So I'm just going to make a little short video about how the carnivore diet is the ultimate elimination diet. So I was listening to a video on YouTube yesterday, and the interviewer was Mel Robbins, was her channel, and she had Dr. Sarah Saul on. Her name is spelled S-Z-A-L. They mentioned her book, which is called The Autoimmune Cure. And it was a pretty interesting interview. I really enjoyed it. um, they mentioned type 1 diabetes quite a few times, so that kind of perked my interest. But I also am very active in the carnivore. Look at my shirt, it's all messed up. In the carnivore movement, and a lot of people have come to the carnivore diet because they have an autoimmune condition. So it was really interesting. They mentioned that women have 80% of the autoimmune diseases, which I think is really interesting as a woman too. So anyway, it was long, but it was really worth watching. I'm sure you could find it if you just Googled on YouTube. So it was interesting because this so her book is called The Autoimmune Cure. So I really wanted to see what she had to say, since I think that the carnivore diet is the cure for autoimmune disease, the ultimate cure for the autoimmune diseases. And there are hundreds of them. I can't remember how many she said. I think she said 600, maybe 300. There's a lot. There's a lot of different autoimmune diseases. Um, She said that if you have an autoimmune disease, you definitely need to be on a diet with meat. I was glad to hear that. She wasn't pushing carnivore at all. She just said your diet needs to be meat and that you need to start with an elimination diet. So my ears pricked up because I know that the carnivore diet is the ultimate elimination diet. So I wanted to hear what she thought an elimination diet. And basically she just said cut out gluten and cut out sugar. And I think she mentioned one other thing, but right now I can't remember what it was, but it was just two or three things to cut out. And that was her idea of an elimination diet. Well, that's what got me interested, because the carnivore diet is a true elimination diet. Now, I want to deal with what she was talking about, type 1 diabetes, because she was saying there are some autoimmune diseases that you can't heal from. Because she's saying most of them you can heal from. But some, like type 1 diabetes, is what she was using. Now, I know that there have been a few type 1 diabetics who have healed immediately after being diagnosed um, by going on a very strict carnivore diet, or the PKD diet, which is fatty meat and very high fat and organ meat. Some have healed on just fatty meat. I only know of one woman, Rachel Chalmers, who I want to interview, but she was on injected insulin for 13 years and healed. But in her case, her autoimmune disease was still very active, and she had other autoimmune diseases as well. So it was more of a group of autoimmune diseases that have all gotten better. So she was able to get off of insulin, but that's very, very, very unusual. Now, I'm still working to heal, and I have healed somewhat. I don't use that much insulin, but I definitely still have to use insulin. But I'm still healing, because I figured the healthier you get, the better you're going to be. So that's why I do it. I'm not expecting to heal, but that would be great if I could. Okay, let me get back to what I wanted to talk about. the carnivore diet is the ultimate elimination diet because it eliminates all food items that you might be sensitive to. And that's what Dr. Sauls was saying, is that diet has a big component in autoimmune disease, and that the autoimmune disease can be actually caused from the diet that you choose, or it can be eliminated by the, or alleviated by the diet. But the reason why the carnivore diet is the best if you have an autoimmune disease is that it excludes all food items that someone might react to, like plant toxins, all plant toxins. Now, if you've been listening to me for a while, you know that, or if you listen to any other carnivore channel, plant toxins are like, I should have made myself a list so I could be more thorough, but plant toxins like lectins, which are in nightshades, goitrogenic foods, which are all the brassica foods. People can react to those. There are many plant toxins, and they partly because all plants, well, the plants that we eat that are in the grocery store cannot be just picked in the wild. They were not an original food. They were changed from little weeds into things like broccoli and cauliflower and lettuce. You cannot go in the woods and find any of the foods that we have in the grocery store. None of them. Or none of the plant foods. So that's something to remember. They've all been changed so that you can eat them, but they can still cause harm. Okay, so plant toxins. Look it up because there's a lot of them. It also eliminates all plant sugars so that your blood sugar is even. So no plant sugars. And the lion diet, which is a diet of only the ruminant animals, which is like cow, lamb, deer, elk, animals who eat grass and vegetation, and have several stomachs. Anyway, the lion diet, you also eliminate all animal toxins. Now, or I'll say all animal allergens. People can be allergic to eggs. People can be allergic to dairy. People can be allergic to even seafood, pork, and chicken, the other animal foods that are not ruminant meat. So if you want to go all the way with the carnivore diet into the lion diet, right now I'm eating beef, salt, and water to see how much I can heal. And that's what you would want to do if you have an autoimmune disease and you're tired of being sick and feeling crummy. I'd say go on the lion diet. It's so what do I eat? I mean, I eat a burger and some beef fat in the morning. At lunch, I'll either have half of a steak or some kind of roast like brisket or chuck roast. And in the evening, I might have another burger or something else. I eat beef. It's amazing because I feel so good on it and my blood sugars are so much better. If I try to introduce anything else, I've done a few things, like I've had some decaf, I've had some yerba mate. What else did I do? I had some, what did I have? Is that it? Seems like I had something else. Might have had some bacon at a restaurant. Anyway, anytime I try to introduce something, my blood sugars aren't as good, or I might even have a really high blood sugar. That's what ends up happening. Or my need for insulin at night increases. So I have to be very careful if I'm going to be on the lion diet to really stay on it. Um, so it's great for autoimmune diseases. It's great for type 1 diabetes. I'll be on Lioness Lifestyle on Tuesday, February 18th, on that show to talk more about type 1 diabetes. So that might be, they have a whole lot more subscribers than I do, so you might catch me over there. I also want to mention that I still have my group coaching. It's for all types of diabetics. So whether you're type 1, type 2, Leda, or any kind of any type of diabetes, because what we're working towards is um, insulin sensitivity. Even if I've had several members that come back month after month just to keep their um, insulin sensitivity because they don't want to get type 2 diabetes. So that's pretty interesting. So that's what we work toward, is just getting as insulin sensitive as possible. Because if you listen to the latest video with Jordan Peterson and Ben Bickman, which was all about um, the the dangers that glucose can cause for anybody, and you don't have to be a type 2 or a type 1 diabetic to get all the other problems that your health suffers with glucose. So that was a really good interview. But anyway, my group coaching class is it's on Thursday nights at 7 Eastern, and we share all about different things we've learned during the week. We might talk about our struggles or our successes. And I try to encourage all of my group members to stay active. We all work on our attitudes and learn different things that can help with our insulin sensitivity, and it's been great. We also stay in touch on a text thread during the week so we can share videos and ideas, and that's been awesome. So I just wanted to invite you, if you are interested in doing the group coaching with us. It's $25 a month, and you just have to message me either here on YouTube or on Instagram or Facebook. So I'd love to hear from you if you're interested in doing that. So, Carnivore, the ultimate elimination diet. So thanks for listening, and I'll see you on my next video.